What's going on in the market and how do we prepare for what's happening next? That's what I'm going to be talking about today. So, today I'm going to be showing you what's going on, how do we prepare, and finally, I'm also going to be showing you a meme coin that has huge potential. So, first of all, let's talk about what is going on. So, the overall market is down. The market is, I wouldn't say crashing, but overall, we're in a deep pullback throughout many meme coins. Now, many people were panic selling. Many people were trying to get out of the market. They were saying that was the top of the market. I don't believe all of this is true. I don't believe there's a reason to freak out. And as always, you should be playing your hand right. You should be taking profits when you see them. So, although you may have had a slight pullback to your account, you shouldn't be getting decimated by this if you had been taking profits when you were seeing them. Now, one thing that we can look at in order to see how the market is doing and whether that was the top and we're going into a bear market is by looking at the altcoin season index. The altcoin season index is at 63 today and it was at 65 yesterday. Now, this is very significant. Why? Because many indicators are resetting. Many indicators reached a peak, drop back down, and are resetting. Now, this is nice because once they reach the peak and they reset, now we have an area where we can gauge how high it is. We're no longer in price discovery mode, and that's the hardest to time the market is when we're in price discovery mode. Looking at Bitcoin, we can see that it's at $97,000. So we're not in a bear market, and Bitcoin has not been crashing. Yes, it had a pullback, but it did not have the type of pullback that would lead to a bear market. So let's look at the altcoin bubbles, and see exactly how the market is looking. Looking at the bubbles, we can see a ton of red, and red means buy. I don't look at red as bad and green as good. I look at them as buy and sell signals. Red being buy, green being sell. Look at how many buy opportunities we have. A good rule of thumb to follow is if you thought about buying it when it was pumping, now's a great time to buy in because it's at a pullback. So it's basically at a discounted price. Now, there are some that are pumping and some that are dumping. Some big ones being Doge. Doge right here, it is at a 4% pullback, which is pretty significant because if you get in now and it's a big coin, so as it starts rising back up, people start to gain confidence again and start buying in more. And so the price continues higher, but you've bought in at the bottom. And then there's ones like Shiba Inu. This one is at a 0.32% increase. So it's already made that bottom and now it's starting to go up and it's no longer just dropping, which is the perfect place to buy in. So let's look at the charts to see what exactly I'm talking about. So this is exactly what I mean. I'm using the chart from Dog with Hat. It's at a $2 billion market cap right now, and it headed up, made this swing, and then it dropped down. Now, it's already today had its first green candle, basically its first pullback. It's headed back up after hitting this 0.786 line. Now, that is a pretty significant drop from here to here. That is, so it dropped from $3.87 all the way down to $2.82. So $1.05. It dropped $1.05, meaning you get an amazing discount at this point. I've been buying in, and I would consider if I was not already in the coin, I would consider buying in now because it's at such a discounted price. But pulling out the chart, it looks like it always comes up. I believe very fully in Dog with Hat. It always goes up. Now, this is not financial advice. Do your own research and invest how you want to invest with your money, and make sure that you know that cryptocurrencies, these change a lot. Just because you put $1 in does not mean you're going to get $2 out. So that's one thing you should really be keeping in mind. Anyways, looking back at the chart, we can see that dog with hat, it's one of those where I believe in this coin, so I know, okay, it's more than likely gonna rally up. I like to think of the charts as a slingshot. It's a perfect analogy I've heard. But in order for a slingshot to throw a projectile, it has to pull back. And the farther it pulls back, the more momentum it can gain. And I believe this is exactly how a market is. The farther the market can pull back, the more momentum it can gain. But there is a pretty significant rule you got to remember. Just like the slingshot, if you pull it back far enough, it can break. Just like the market, if you pull it back far enough, then it can lose its bull momentum and head bearish. But as of now, I do not believe that dog with hat is a bearish point right now. I don't believe that it's going to start dropping lower, lower, lower. It may drop down to try and fully retest this level right here, but I don't believe that it's going to continue down and just die off. Now, let's look at another one, Peanut the Squirrel. Peanut the Squirrel is one that is fairly recent. I don't want to say fairly recent as in the past couple of days. It's actually from October 24th. So it's a couple months old now at this point, but it's also had a pullback, tested this level right here, and is now headed up again. This is a strong support level where it had tested before, but now it's headed back up. So this is just another example of pullbacks are not always a bad thing. In order to gain momentum to the upside, you need these pullbacks. Now, Peanut pulled back perfectly into that 618 zone, and it's perfectly into that 618 zone, which can give it the momentum that it needs to break the golden ratio right here, the 0.382. Now, this is significant because the 0.382, it's always gonna wanna be pushing. It's never pulling, always pushing. This is a very significant rule because since it's always pushing it down, if we break it, then it can continue to push it up. It's a strong indicator. So it can be used against and for us. So I believe that right now in the next couple of days, we're going to see a nice rally of Peanut the Squirrel and really a nice rally of all these coins all together because of what's happened and because they have been in a pullback. And so people are realizing that, okay, now we can get this at a discounted price. Now, there's one coin I really want to be talking about right now, and that is a meme coin actually. Okay, the coin I like to bring up is this coin, Muiji. This coin is very interesting coin. I actually bought into it earlier today, but it's a fairly new coin. So you can see here it only has 2 days on the candle time frame. So in order to talk about it, we'll have to change it to the 5-minute. Now, this coin shows that memes that are relevant are really what pumps. And in the market, if the meme is relevant, that's really the deciding factor to decide how well this coin will actually do. Now, looking at this coin, you can see it's at $1 million market cap, which means that it's not brand new, but it's actually at that nice sweet spot where it's at $1 million market cap. So you know it's not really a rug pull, but also it's not too big to where you can't make any money off of it. You can't be making these 3, 4, 5x's. I've already been taking profits off of this coin, and I actually like to do this before I tell you guys about these coins to make sure that these coins are legitimate. One thing I'd like to point out is it's having this higher high, higher low, which is exactly what we need for a bull market. For a coin to be in a bull run, it needs to have this higher high, higher low structure. And you can see right here it's at a pullback, which you know what I say about pullbacks. Pullbacks makes discounts, but it's at a pullback that's after creating a higher high. So if it closes at anywhere above this point right here, then it's creating a higher low, meaning it just has the potential to keep going up. This coin is a very interesting coin, but it really makes me want to bring up an idea to you guys. And that is we're getting coins like Mudang, Pepe, Doge, Dog with Hat, all these coins, they're getting added to Coinbase. Now, if Coinbase is interested in them, and Coinbase really doesn't have a huge selection, so if that's the memes they are selecting, then that just shows that Coinbase realizes that meme coins are the future. Yes, utility coins, AI coins, yes, all those will still be interesting to trade, but meme coins are the future. Meme coins where you get in at $1 million market cap and then it goes up to $1 billion market cap. That's where the big money is to be made. So, what have we seen today? We've seen that in the market there's currently a pullback, but pullbacks makes discount. So if there's a meme coin you wanted to buy but it just kept going up and you were scared of buying the top, now that it's at a pullback you're getting a discount. And another one is that you may want to, the second thing we learned is that you may want to keep your eyes open for this coin called Muiji. This coin is doing well as of now. It's only at $1 million market cap. So subscribe so that you never miss out on a daily video, because every day I bring you content on what exactly is going on in today's world with crypto, and I like to bring up coins that I found and I'm trading so that you guys can also be making these big trades.